What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are actually going to be looking at some footage of Symfuhny being spectated by a wall hacker. So let's crack on with the video. So obviously you guys will be aware that this is actually Grandpa Hack's footage. Obviously me and Grandpa Hacks do speak, and he's given me full permission to spectate any of this footage. I'll link the original video in the description below. Let me turn it down a little bit, Jesus. Yeah, if you want to go and check out the full video, linked in the description below. I've been given reason to believe in this video from Grandpa Hacks. There is some very blatant moments. So he's actually playing with Maven, Cloaksy and Wagnificent. I just don't understand why any of these guys would play alongside Wag. You know, the minute you play with somebody who's been permanently banned like Wagnificent, you tarnish your own name. Of course, Symfuhny tarnishes his own name on a regular basis. You know, Maven's somebody who's classed as one of the codcasters in the CDL, and I just feel like there's no reason for them to be playing with Wagnificent, but they are both represented by the same talent agency. But anyway, let's pay attention now and see what Symfuhny does. UAV's up, but it's not showing any pings. There's a guy below here, though. Look at that.
Moving here.
The hell was that? I'm going to pull that back a little bit, guys, right? Watch this again. Yeah, no live pings at all on the minimap, but he's glided all the way down.
Moving here.
I'll pull it back a little bit further. I want to see whether or not he had any sort of knowledge at all. He got, you know, he sees the guy up on the roof there. One thing you got to remember as well, right? When you are seeing on this the wall hacks, this is obviously the person spectating Symfuhny. So those wall hacks are indicators of whether or not that enemy is visible. So if the player skeleton is yellow, they are not visible to Symfuhny. If it's red, they are visible. So we need to know whether or not at any point this guy shows as red, because if it does, that means the Symfuhny had prior knowledge of that enemy being down there. So yellow all along, he jumps out of the car, glides all the way down here and lasers the guy. Now what would be great is if somebody is running a 2D radar, right, and they know they've got UAVs active, then they would push down there, because usually people would have their 2D radar sitting over the minimap. But that instance right there was absolutely no knowledge on the minimap, no knowledge of the enemy like showing himself to Symfuhny. The Symfuhny to jump out of the car and glide all the way down there to kill that guy. That was blatant. Yeah, that's like a blatant wall hack moment. Whether that be through ESP wall hacks or 2D radar, it's unsure at the moment. But the way he glided straight down there is definitely strange. So there's like 4 enemies that they're pushing towards now. But obviously his teammates have got indicators up there anyway. I believe one of his teammates is closer over there.
Requesting Nikan flyover.
All of these UAV pulses going on as well. Okay, so you see once that person was pinged, you know, they're showing up on the minimap here now. Whether that's because they're shooting back or been live pinged. There's a counter UAV active at the moment. But you see the indicators of where enemies are now from there. So how did he know where that, you know, previous guy was? They've come up from over the other side of the hill in a car. There was no reason for him to even push down that direction. He's glided all the way down there, killed the guy and come back. I mean, that's enough for me to call out wall hacks. You know, you can't say, oh, well, it was maybe he had an audio cue. Think the distance he had to glide. I would love any Symfuhny fans to tell me how he knew he was there. Okay, so currently no UAVs active. There was one earlier just by the stronghold, but now there's none. There's 3 players there, 4. He's got 2 to the left side and 2 on the right of this building. Cloaksy is above, so there could be call-outs from Cloaksy in this point here. There will have been. He's already engaged. Put it this way, imagine how fast your reaction times could be if you have this information of enemies. Yeah? Think about it, he knows that guy went in the room downstairs, right? But he can see people through the walls. You know, if there's a team over here now, he's got visibility on them. When they're red, it means they're visible to Symfuhny. So like, anything that happens from this point forward, we already know there was one of the most sus moments happen, but he's glided down that hill. So even the slightest thing that happens now, we've already got a blatant moment very early on. He's had visibility on him because he was red. There's a guy on the left as well. But let's see which direction he decides to push. He's had no knowledge on this guy over here, but Cloaksy is inside the building, fighting one guy, I believe.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Indicated that there's people in the stronghold there due to the helicopter coming in and whatnot. Guy up on the top, he's got visibility on him.
Got movement.
So even though that guy there was showing as visible, it just means that they can be shot. He was still stood behind a tree, right? But on the minimap, was that guy showing? There's definitely some sus in this. You know, I think also that the bots, see the blue people there? They are the AI bots. He's got an indicator on the minimap of an enemy being up top there, which is why he keeps flicking that way. That guy's now down.
Gas is closing in.
Taking effective fire. Dropping ammo here.
Okay, let's see which way he decides to push now. The UAV from the stronghold isn't showing any enemies, but Cloaksy is gliding in over there, so there could be, like, you know, bird's eye view call outs and stuff like that. He seems to think somebody is on this loadout here. There's definitely something strange going on then, wasn't it? But again, that could just be that he was distracted by talking with chat, anything like that. Multiple stronghold UAVs showing up now. With no pings. We can only see blue outlines over there, which means AI bots. So I'm not sure whether or not there are any enemies around here at the moment that I can see. Okay, there's a guy over there. He's on 11 kills, 39 up, 16 teams left. His teammates are all in front of him, so there could be call-outs from the likes of Maven on his right, as well as Magnificent on his left there. And further to his right, he's got Cloaksy. So they are quite spread out. So you have to take that into consideration. If you look where the yellow markers are, the yellow player skeletons from the wall hacks, it's showing that there are... So he's pushing towards enemies where there don't seem to be any of his teammates around there for call-outs, right? Just pushing towards this big flip guy now, who's now engaging with Magnificent. Watch this. Oh, what was that, Symfuhny? Bear in mind, right, this little moment here that we're going to pull it back to now shows that Symfuhny flicked afterwards as well. But watch where he's aiming towards now. We're going to look for prior knowledge and stuff. So he jumps up here now. There's a buy down to the left. Okay, somebody's bought back, but watch this. There was a line up there just as the guy was about to become visible. He flicks over this way. So there was an indicator there was an enemy to the left with the buyback. So he's looking at enemies through floors there, like, yeah? Am I right? Just pull it back a little bit again. Oh, a little bit more, actually. So he's looking at these two guys by the looks of it. Yeah? Look where his crosshair is. It's not, like, dead on, but, I mean, listen, these guys have been doing it for years, so they're not going to have their crosshair tracking enemies through walls and floors and things like that. But he's looking at that direction to see how many enemies are about. There's one there, and one there. Decides to not engage with them and go over here. He's got people visible in the middle of the airfield who are engaging with Magnificent and Maven.
Yourself off. We're good.
It's definitely one of those. Like, I mean, right at the start, we've got that indicator straight away that he's using wall hacks because he literally jumped out of a vehicle, glided down a hill, and took a guy out just to run back in the direction. So it wasn't like he headed that direction for any other reason other than to kill a guy who he shouldn't have known was there. Okay, so there's 3-4 people on his right now, and he's almost turned that direction. There's none of his teammates there to say that they're over there. So let's see what he does. Is he going to push directly to them? All his teammates are with him on the roof there, except Cloaksy, I think. Cloaksy's a bit further back. So now they've got the indicator of gunshots in that direction, so they're running over there. He's got visuals on him. And again, it's easy to line your shots up when you've got wall hacks running. Do you know what I mean? You know, most people, when they are using cheats and things, they will expose it more towards the end of a game, end circle. You take more risks to get that reward of a win, right?
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Got movement.
There's multiple loadouts that they can get there as well. It's crazy.
I'm taking fire.
If you think about it, all these guys are walking around with 40,000+ on them, except for Cloaksy, who's got 36,000. They're just collecting cash throughout this whole game. Looks like Magnificent's up the top there on the left side. And the UAV is showing people up here now, so he's pushing up in that direction. Oh, he's getting shot from the left side as well from by Wag. You know, when you've got moments like that as well, he's still shooting through the building. Shooting over to the left now, and there's no indicator that that guy's ran over there, by the way. Yeah? Is he just randomly shooting in that direction, or does he know that guy's over there or ran in that direction, so he starts shooting the building? Not directly on him, but near the enemy.
It's down to 10. You can win this.
You know, I'm masking it as a, you know, a high IQ play, and if he hits a shot through the wall, then it's like, oh my god, like he normally does. That guy just lay down in the open. Oh, they can't see me. I am the sand.
Way downtown.
One's down right here.
Got one guy left on the right there.
Got an enemy.
Definitely a weird snap, that. I would say that there was some very sus moments within there. That first one, when he glided down that hill, I think the rest of the game doesn't really need to be shown after that clip. But it does show there are multiple moments within this video that do demonstrate wall hacks in use. Whether it be a 2D radar, player skeleton, player box, I don't know. But the way Symfuhny was able to glide down that hill to that enemy is definitely probably the most suspicious thing I've seen in the case of wall hacks on Symfuhny. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If this was a small streamer, people would be saying bang to rights based off that clip there. Unfortunately, it's Symfuhny with millions of followers across multiple platforms, loads of different sponsorships, signed with an org and all this good stuff, right? So are they going to treat this the same way? The way Symfuhny was able to glide down that hill, I think, is bang to rights wall hacks in use. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments, like I said. And if you did enjoy today's video, guys, smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. And guys, one last thing before we go. I am proud to announce that we are officially sponsored by Supreme CBD. Supreme CBD offer a wide range of CBD products, including oils, edibles, vaping, balms and skincare, and much more. These products are amazing for joint and muscle aches and pains, as well as helping many people with anxiety and stress. I have personally chosen to use the edibles and oils to help with muscle recovery, decreasing tics, and to help with anxiety and stress. The product reviews speak for themselves, so why not check these amazing CBD products out? Click the link in the description below and use code BBB40 at checkout for 40% off.